But the second recognition that we see from Moses' prayer in verse 18 is really the priority of pursuing a right view of God. That's the second recognition we see in Moses' prayer, a priority or the priority of pursuing a right view of God. Moses, as we've already noted, he's a man in his 80s. He's a man who's walked with God for a very long time. And yet, he bursts out in this prayer as he's communing with God. He bursts out, I beseech thee. It's a strong word there in your Bible. I beseech, or we could translate it, pray, or I beg, I plead with you, Lord. Show me thy glory. So here's this man in his 80s who's walked with God for decades, and yet he's placing this as a priority in his life. In fact, it's the priority, we might say, in his life. A right view of God, a greater vision of God, a greater understanding of who God is. Show me thy glory. As I said before, Moses here is really an embodiment of Psalm 42:1. He's in the wilderness. He's in a dry and thirsty land where no water is. He's like the deer panting or thirsting after the water brook. You realize that whole imagery there in Psalm 42 is like the deer can't survive without that. The deer's going to die if he doesn't get to the water. And that's the comparison being made by the psalmist between how the believer should be pursuing God. I'm not going to make it without God. I'm